So before you guys fully watch this video, I need you guys to tell me in the comment section who is the best defensive frame in the entire game. Don't even base it on the video. Just let me know and I'll let you know what is happening with each of these frames. Now I'm going to show you guys a couple different frames on how everything goes. What's up, guys? What's going on? Life of Rio here. And what we're going to be talking about today, fams, is who is the greatest defensive frame for high-end gameplay survivals. Now, for high-end gameplay, I don't really want the guys out here who are fighting level 16 with their MR4 frames that's like, Life of Rio, I defended all of my friends and none of them died on Earth, and I just want to let you know that this video was hot patooey and you're completely wrong, and I'm sorry that I'm subscribed to you. Yo, bro, don't hit me with the, the crazy mixtape. And I don't want you guys to really drop your resume. I know a lot of people are going to drop their resume in the comment section telling me about how they did this crazy long level 25 enemy run on Venus or something like that. I'm talking about just for high-end gameplay. You guys know I love you guys. We're going to talk about it. Now, if you go ask any casual player or anybody else in the game, 90% of them are going to say Frost is the greatest defensive frame. I'm not really behind that logic at all. I'm not really behind that logic, but situations are going to really be added in. And so different people are going to have different point of views for what they've actually been through in the game. So if we start off this whole thing with Frost, what's actually happening with Frost? What makes Frost so good? He has a 360 degrees pizza, aka globe, and that globe defends very well. The problem with the globe for high-end gameplay is that 1, nullifiers touch it. 2, you can't go with too much range. 3, if you don't have enough range, then you and your team is going to take splash damage. Splash damage is like that one girl that just keeps sending you a text while your girl is next to you after you told her to stop texting you, like, fam, you trying to get me killed. Don't be doing that. So everything else that's going on with Frost is that the bubble has a lot of negatives. Now, a lot of people will tell you, oh, Life of Rio, I tend to use Power Strength on my Frost. Somebody tells you that they use Power Strength on their Frost for doing high-end endgame runs, you already know to walk away from the convo. Don't say anything because you're probably not going to win that conversation. For high-end gameplay, what's going to be happening when you're doing crazy high-level runs, you're going to use 4 seconds invincibility Frost spam on that bubble, so you're going to go efficiency. Now, the problem with efficiency and if you go range is that if you're going up against nullifiers, they just cancel out your second ability, which is your Ice Wave, and then your Ice Wave's augment, which is amazing for CC. The thing is, Frost, to me, he is in a lot of endgame runs, but he makes it through those endgame runs because of the team composition that is with him. Now, as far as just being a solo strong tank by himself, he is great for up to sortie and casual play and a little start of endgame, but just not all the way through. It's very strong. Nullifier snipers can actually punch through his globe, so it's very, very difficult for Frost to actually keep up. And he has so many negatives, so you have to really pay attention. Like I'm telling you, man, like I see some people when they're doing high level defense and I see that Frost out there, I watch that freaking Frost like a hawk. I'm talking about like salt on a peanut, boy. I am not stopped looking at you. I'm like, bro, you didn't check your globe timer? You good? You spamming? You need energy? I drop an energy plate. Oh, bro, I was good on energy. I don't know, man. I was worried. I'm sweating. If this pod get hit at level 100 waves, it's gone, and we all gonna blame you. You already know as a Frost player, you're going to take all of the blame anyway, man. That's just how it is. I'm sorry, you shouldn't have picked the defensive frame. That's just what it is. Some people just don't want that responsibility, bro. It's crazy. I start sweating. I'm sorry. Now, the thing is, Frost is great, but just for that crazy high-end gameplay, the team really saved Frost, and people really panic with Frost. And I feel like he needs that quality of life to really take away that splash damage, man. Like I'm saying, that splash damage is very ugly. Help me out, please. DE. I'm just saying, I need that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next one, alright? Alright, so when you think of Frost, you instantly think of Gara. You know the competition. Oh my god, Frost players got Gara nerfed. You know Gara players over there looking like, man, all these Frost players, man, they legit be hating. They all got me nerfed, man. That's just what it is. So they got this weird little, Naruto Sasuke beef going on. But the thing about Gara is that Gara's great. Her 4th ability, the defensive capability that it has is amazing, and I'm always welcoming to other defensive frames that's here. Now, what did Frost produce? Frost gives you great defense and freaking great CC. That's what Frost gives you. Gara, on the other hand, gives you some of that CC, not as strong as Frost, but she gives you great protection. One of the most amazing thing that Gara has over Frost is the fact while she's casting, she's invincible. Oh my god, you guys don't know how amazing that is. Casting while invincible, that ignores so many cheating instances in the game to where you cast your ability and you're down. Come on, I know most of you guys out there know. like, oh bro, I cast the ability but I'm down, and everybody else be looking at you like you hot garbage trash, like you hot dog water, like you just not good at the game. You know what I'm saying? And you over here complaining, bro, I promise I cast the ability, bro. I don't know what happened. I swear, bro. I swear. You know, and that's just what it is. So casting while having the invincibility is amazing, and then while holding your fourth ability, you're forever invincible and actually slowing down enemies. And you can give your team a 90% damage reduction, which is great. But the problem with Gara is that after the fourth ability change, that fourth ain't that saucy at high level. And I'm going to tell all of you guys out there, for the people who are power strength junkies, just so you know, and for all the people who do endurance runs and crazy high level gameplay, that's what this video is about. So if you're talking about some level 16s and level 32s, I ain't trying to hear all that. So here's what's going on. The thing about Gara is, if a lot of you guys believe in power strength don't believe in you. At crazy high-end gameplay, those enemy scaling and enemy scaling is the problem to why power strength builds for Frost's globe and things don't make sense, and stacking EHP and stacking HP period. That don't make sense at crazy high level. So I get why you guys argue about it, because you probably don't go there. But at crazy high level, which is what my channel is about, it doesn't work. So what Gara has is that Gara's a little bit worse than Frost. I will definitely always take Frost over Gara, especially with how they changed it to how it breaks. Gara does have a great distraction with the third ability though, but that's just the thing about it. Currently right now, Frost is definitely my pick over Gara. So I would throw Gara in a second place right now under Frost. Frost is still number one, even with the negatives and everything else that he's got, but that's just it for me right there. So I gotta keep this whole thing jumping like a... Let's go into the next one. Let's go. Alright, so Khora, I'm not even gonna lie. Some people probably wouldn't have expected her on here, and some people probably would have. Khora is a top tier defensive frame. Like, she is pretty freaking legit. For all the people who build Khora for the first ability and talking about she's a melee frame and all of this, listen, your job is done from the start of the mission. At end game level, you are a defensive frame who are now trying to perform CC to keep everything going. The problem with Khora is that the fourth ability, once they hang you up like a Christmas tree, is just so freaking hard to kill the enemies. But it do give you that 2x damage multiplier, right? So you're thinking, oh, I'm hitting hard out here in these streets. But the thing about Khora is that her defensive capability is fantastic. So let me give you a breakdown. I did a crazy high level run up to like 2.5 hours with Khora, defending the team, and nobody really lost the revive. So the really cool thing about Khora is that the CC that it gives is that the fourth ability can really punk out nullifiers. It is one of the only great defensive abilities in the game, other than somebody else I'm going to mention later, that can really punk out nullifiers. It's freaking fantastic. So the thing is with Khora is she's great against all factions. She does a good job with that. The thing is, while she's hanging enemies up from her Christmas tree, what's then going to happen is that other surrounding enemies that are actually coming in, you would think would shoot at you because you're not entirely safe. But no, the fourth ability has built-in aggro all the way up to 23 meters on the aggro pool. So those enemies are going to be shooting at the enemies that are dangling and not really notice you and your team. So then she does a good job. It's a weird way. All of these frames who play defensive, it depends on the player, how comfortable you are at playing with this type of playstyle and how good you are with actually utilizing everything else that you have. So Khora is not bad. She gives a damage buff with a 2x damage multiplier. She has a good enough CC to actually wrap the enemies in and pull them all in together like a fake Nidus. But the thing is, would you pick Khora over Frost and Gara for a high level run, depending on everything else that you're doing? No, I don't know where to place Khora, and this is where I asked this, the comment section, where would you place Khora? The thing is that I would pick Khora if the fourth ability made it to where it was easier to hit the enemies. As far as defending, her defensive capabilities is better than Gara's keeping a team alive. It just depends on how you use her. Hit is way better. If you compare her to Frost, it's better on some standpoints, and you can put out more than one. You can spam it together, but the CC on it is fantastic. It really locks enemies down. It's great CC. The thing is, as far as like what you have to take into effect is it better for the team with this defensive frame around to actually utilize and actually get the kills? Most teams are going to be more comfortable with a Frost and Gara because they understand what's going on, and most people are going to have a harder time adjusting to Khora to actually with her defensive capability. So you have to have people around you that knows what's going on. You can't have people out here that's like, oh my god, they're hanging down from upside down. Oh, wow. Let's jump into the next one. All right, so before I say what I want to say about the train conductor here, Vauban, what's going to happen is all the Vauban mains, I want to know, do you guys exist? I haven't seen you. Do you guys come outside? Are you guys afraid to socialize? I have not seen one of you Vauban players in such a freaking long time. I hear you guys talk about him now, but I don't see you. Do you guys pick him? You're going to have that one guy in the comment section dropping his resume. LifeOfRio, I tend to pick Vauban every day. He's my most used frame. 96% most used, 18 formers. I'm always doing the do, baby, controlling all of these long runs in defensive frame. A lot of my teams wouldn't make it where they've made it to if it wasn't for me. Whoa, fam. Thank you for that resume. I appreciate you. Welcome on in. Now, the problem with Mr. Vauban is that he got a rework like a year or so ago. Rework wasn't that much of a rework. It kind of just made me not want to look at the rework. So Vauban's really not that cool. The problem is that he got a dumb passive. I'm just sorry to say it. If you think the passive is cool, slap yourself and then look in the mirror. The thing is, Vauban's passive is hot potato garbage. It's pretty bad. You know what I mean? So what goes on with Vauban is that, oh, I'm not going to disrespect. Vauban was one of the back in the day frames that had all the respect. That was the infested killer, the guardian of all guardians. This freaking dude was a legend. His defensive capabilities is great, but the thing is if you're camping like in a tunnel, and who tunnel camps unless you're under 14? I'm just saying, we don't do that. So the thing is that you can shoot through it with his defensive capability, so you have to have another frame around him that has crazy, insane CC, and that is the thing with Vauban. So I don't know where to place him. It depends on the player and what you're actually playing and the faction that you're in. But god dang, D, give the man a rework, please. And his kneecaps are too big. Just help him out. Drop the deluxe skin so people can actually pick him in missions. Please, that's all I'm saying. Give my man some love. I will definitely tell you, though, he is easier to synergize weapons with. So it all depends on you. Really good frame, depending on the situation. Only 2 good abilities, though. Please delete the freaking first ability. Good God. Let's go to the next one, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and the guy that's got his shirt fully buttoned to the top. Welcome the greatest championship defensive frame that anybody else has ever seen. Final 6-time MVP, 29 points a game. Volt has never stopped. The dude's a legend. Listen, if you're not using Volt, slap yourself. I don't want to hear you. I'm just telling you, Volt is so freaking amazing that the rework that DE gave him changed the world. It changed me as a person, made me start going to church. I'm just saying, Volt is freaking fantastic. Fantastic. That's Spanish for fantastic if you guys couldn't read my language. Now, the thing about Volt is that the greatest thing that DE gave him is to where the shield doesn't take splash damage. That means bombards are like My Little Ponies. You don't really care about them. You know what I'm saying? We coloring inside the line with Volt. Everything is great. This dude is amazing. He gives you a damage buff. He protects the team. Now hold on there now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and take it back just there a little bit, please. I will let you guys know that back in the day, Volt wasn't all that great. He was always great, but doesn't that great. Because for all the people out there that remember Warframe from back in the day, do you guys remember when Volt was, when he had that little shield? When that shield was so little, for the people who don't know, they buffed the shield and gave it extra length and height. Like, that shield was little. Boy, I had to tuck my shoulders in while I was shooting and reading, closed in. I was like in the army. I was not playing. So all of that was going on. But now Volt's a grown man. He's out here. Team buff, 2 times damage. You can pick up my shield. Please, sir, don't pick up my shield. You guys know what happens when you take my shield and run. So the thing about Volt, he can share his shield with his team. He can actually pick up the shield and run. He gives you a 2-time damage buff when you're shooting through the shield. The other thing about this man is that he gives you speed. He gives you CC. And you take no splash damage. 4 end-game runs, the enemy's damage is so goddamn broken that you have no choice but to pick somebody like Volt that ignores the foolishness. I'm like, I'm not trying to play with you. Volt, you knocking at his door. Ain't no Jehovah's Witness getting in on Volt. That's just what it is, fam. But I really do hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for the love, and I freaking love you guys. Let me know which one is your favorite. If I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my full response, it is going to be Volt. Volt's going to be my #1 pick for all factions. I don't care what the faction is. I don't care if it's infested. I do not care. I am ignorant. But right now, I'm going to be honest with you. Volt is the overall best frames for every 2 factions out there. It's going to be Grenier, it's going to be Corpus, and Corrupted, actually 3. But if you're going up against Infested, you could pick them as well. It just depends on how great you are at locking things down. But Vauban will be the best for Infested. Vauban and Frost would be the best, with Frost's second augment to slow them down while keeping everything up. And Gara is not too bad as well because she can keep them outside the shield. But the thing is, who is the best? Khora is there sitting like the girl fiddling her thumbs. Is he gonna take me to prom or not? No, I'm not, Spalding. The thing about it is, her 4th ability gives you the damage multiplier, but you have to have the team around it to actually use it. So the overall best framed for endgame long run survivals, if you're doing incredibly stupidly hard crazy stuff for no apparent reason with no rewards, and we're out here just proving ourselves, Volt is gonna be your go-to. Frost is gonna be your second. Gara is gonna be your third, and I am definitely gonna put Vauban and what's the name together. Vauban is for the camping life in the tunnel, man. It's a little too difficult and it's a little too risky. It doesn't matter if you say you're good. Majority of the people cannot play him at that level. It's too intense. It's too many factors that you have to take into account that can actually get you shot. But listen here, ladies and gentlemen, we hit 50K and we're striving on through. Shout out to all the new subscribers. I freaking love you guys. And we are pushing crazy high freaking subs daily. This is insane. We're like 3K that were knocked out in like 5 days. I'm like, chihuahua, like, let's go. I love you guys. So please give the video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. Hope that you guys like my humor or just my personality on the videos, or if you enjoyed this video a lot more. So thank you so much for the love. I will catch you guys later on the next Warframe video. Follow me over there on Twitch, guys. Link will be in the comment section and the description, and follow me on Twitter. Catch you guys later. Much love.